Hi, everyone. Good evening. Hope everybody's doing well. Please, if you have never been here before, welcome. This channel is mostly about reselling, if you like that. I do hauls and what sold videos, and sometimes I sneak a little things in there about my chickens and about my horses. But if you like that kind of stuff, please subscribe to my channel. I was running out of inventory since I'm doing this challenge with Rockstar Flipper. I don't have hardly anything to list. I don't have death piles, or what they call death piles, but I don't call them that. I call them money piles. If they're a stack of stuff you haven't listed, it's more like a money pile. You need to get it listed. So I don't have piles of stuff like that. I usually list everything I have, and then I go shopping after that. So I had enough stuff for my 8 listings of today, which is part of the challenge. And I have enough for 8 listings tomorrow, and then I'm out of stuff again. The only reason I have 8 things for tomorrow is because I had to run up to Volunteers for America to get a few more things. I couldn't find anything in there. I was in there for 2 hours. 2 hours. And I think I got 6 items. Hence the, what is your time worth? It's worth, I started to think that toward the end of the 2 hours. You know, I'm just wasting my time. You know, I'm not finding anything. Go home. So let me show you the couple items I did get. I looked at their mugs first because they have a lot of mugs there. I only found a couple. I found 2 glasses, Guinness beer glasses, but the part of it was rubbed off. They weren't in good shape, or I would have gotten them, because you can sell those Guinness beer glasses online. Anyway, I found 2 cups that I liked. I had just been to the barn today, which made me be thinking of horses probably. So I got this mug, and it's by the Red Horse, T. Taylor, whatever. I haven't looked this up yet, if it's worth anything or not, but I just thought it was a neat cup. And I also, in the same area, was this horse one, and it's called the Spirit of the Horse. And the Spirit of Horse, it's a Spirit of the Horse Warrior. And this is an American Indian art. These were both 50 cents, no big deal. So I picked that up too. Both have to do with horses. But I looked all through the shoes and all through the clothes. The games were all neatly, somebody stacked the games really neatly. But all those games were opened boxes, and they're taped shut so tight that you can't open, you're not supposed to open the boxes. That does not mean, I found this out from somebody who works there, that doesn't mean they're complete. That just means they don't want the pieces falling out with kids opening the boxes and playing with the stuff. So there's no way to check the games before you leave, before you buy them. So I really have decided not to buy games there, that I can't even look inside. So I'll show you the couple things I did get. I found one Brooks Brothers Country Club polo shirt. This is by, this is that Performance Knit. Look how wrinkled this is. I don't even understand how a shirt can get that wrinkled. This is washable in the machine. So I'm going to throw this in the machine, into my washing machine, and give it a cold water wash and tumble it dry, which you can do. This was $1.99. And before I try to I don't have a good steamer. So that's what I'm going to do. I could throw it in with a wet wash rag into my dryer. It might take some of the wrinkles out. I don't know. I might as well wash it though if I'm going to do that. So the other item of clothes I found, this was my only deal I think I got. This had a purple tag, so it was 25% off of $6.99. So that came to is $1.75 off of that. I'm not going to do math in my head for sure. Pair of men's, they're sort of a striped, and I knew right away they were linen. Tommy Bahama Relax Fit. They're all linen, and they're in perfect condition. So that was a good buy. Then in the shoe department, I found this little pair of peep toe heels with these little heels, and they are by Clark's Artisan. The trouble is they're only these are size 6 medium. That's the problem with these. They're tiny little feet, but they're in excellent condition. In fact, they were $2.99. They don't even look like they've been worn. Maybe once. There's a little bit of dirt here on the bottom where they might have been worn once. But other than that, there's no wear on the heels at all. So that pair of shoes. And then this pair I found. These are just slip-on shoes. And these are size 10B, which is a much better size. Just slide-on shoes. And they're Cole Haan, which is good. And they have just little heels too. Both being sort of patent, but black patent leather. $3.99. So those that is it. That's all I got today. 2 hours. So I started thinking about what is my time worth. It's worth a lot more than just walking around that store and not finding anything, spending 2 hours. I could be doing anything else. I mean, if it's not, I could have come home here and worked on some of my listings that are already up. I could have ended some of my listings and did the pictures or redo the titles, something. It's worth more than walking around a store and not finding anything. So I got to thinking about how much is your time worth? And I looked up how to sort of figure it out. It's much more complicated than this, but this is the easy way. You decide how much you would like to make per month, okay? I would like to make at least $3,000 a month. Gross, this is. How much gross you'd like. That comes out to a piddly $36,000 a year, gross. Okay? Then you decide how much you work. If I work 5 hours a day, I'm not going to say I work 8 hours a day because I don't. 5 hours a day, 7 days a week, I would make, that would be 1,820 per year, hours per year. That you would be making $19.78 an hour. Now, if you do less work, you make more. If I work 4 hours a day, 6 days a week, which is probably more like it, that's 24 hours in a week. And then that's 1,248 hours a year. I'm making $28.84. I should be almost $30 an hour, between $25 and $30 an hour. I think that's right. This is my own math, so it could be all wrong, but I think that's how they said to do it. Right. Sue. Sue, you're here. Yeah, so another thing I think, I read an article about how much your time is worth. And people that work for an hourly wage or have worked for an hourly wage, they think of this more. They think of how much they're making per hour and how much their time is worth, more than people that just have a flat salary fee. And I think also, as you get older, your time is worth more. I never used to think about this, but I think my time is worth more than making an amount of money. The time is worth more. So there's some things that I don't even think about, using time, like things that you enjoy. Taking care of my animals, taking care of my chickens, going out to the barn, doing stuff like that. I don't think of anything about this isn't worth my time because it's something I enjoy doing. But your job, which this eBay is my job now, and there's parts of my job here that I don't enjoy much. And I would have never thought that going shopping or sourcing would have been one of the things that I don't really enjoy that much anymore. So that's why I got to thinking about this when I was wasting my time, my valuable time, in the store just walking around, not finding anything. So I don't know. I was thinking about this the other night too, that I try to do more than one thing at a time. And I think that has to do with how you regard time and how valuable you think time is. I'm always trying to do more than one thing at once. I've even tried to watch a movie on TV and see a video on my iPad at the same time. So I'm getting two things done at once, which doesn't really work too well. But if I'm on the phone, I don't just sit there on the phone. I'm doing something. I have to be doing something. My daughter's always yelling at me because she hears what I'm doing. I'm making noise and whatever, and she says, "What are you doing?" And I'm telling her, she says, "Can't you just talk to me for a few minutes?" No, I have to be doing something else too. I can't just sit and do one thing. So that's like when I'm doing eBay, I'm always watching a YouTube video or listening to an iPod, and on my iPad, watching a video, something. So I'm doing more than one thing at once. So I just wondered what you thought about how you figure, what do you figure your time is worth per hour? When I figured this out, between $20 and $30 an hour, yes, I think that I'm worth $20 to $30 an hour. So I don't want to waste that amount of time. That was 2 hours. It would have been like $50 to $60. I didn't get that much to sell. If I would have got a huge cart full of stuff, it might have been worth it. But to get six items, it sure wasn't worth my time. So just wanted you to think about that. And I don't want to run into, at 9 o'clock, Rockstar Flipper has his Thursday night, not that I would take any visitors away from him or not, but I want to watch him. I like to watch him live. And I don't know what he's talking about tonight. But one of these nights, he's going to talk about this YouTube beta studio thing. I asked him if he would do that, and he wrote me back and says that he would because he was having a lot of trouble with it too. And he'd find out the answers that to my question about, what about sharing the screen? Because once the beta studio is the only thing you can use, the classic one is going to go away. And I think I read that it's going to go away like the end of April or this spring sometime. Then I don't know how I would do the What Sold videos. But a lot of people use the share screen thing. So they have to be going to be doing something. They're upgrading it every day because that's what they want everybody to use. You won't have a choice pretty soon. But that is all for tonight. I wanted to come on and just give my 2 cents about that. So please leave me a thumbs up or thumbs down and subscribe. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I know you are, Sue. But I'm talking to the people that listen to this later, and comment. Please leave me a comment if you come and see this. So I'm going to close, and I will be back probably in the next couple days. Tomorrow's Friday, tag change day at my Goodwill. I was just there on Tuesday, though. Is it worth going back this soon? Probably. I have to get some stuff. This is the exact reason why I think these reseller boxes, they're looking better and better and better to me. Even though I'm going to be paying more per item, I'm not going to be wasting time. They get delivered to me right to the house. So, something to think about. So, I will close for now and be back maybe tomorrow. Bye.